Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition. And I believe it's time we went to this meeting place and met a friend of Red Jenny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head over to it. Let's go. Oh. Oh, right.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Ah, yes.
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
You weren't at the Conclave?
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
You think the Templars did it?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
So will you help us?
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take that dialogue option, but I think Nadia probably was sort of hoping that the mages might approach them or that they might be able to talk to the mages about this because she is a mage and therefore, it would be natural that she would seek out her own people potentially to help with this issue. All right. Ah, here we go.
Well, they know who I work for at least.
Yeah. Are they dead? Did they die? Well, they all seem to recognize me, so that's good? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I was just supposed to come here and meet somebody, I think. And there was some bad people involved, potentially? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see what's going on over here.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
Actually,
I don't know who you are.
yeah.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Well,
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what?
yeah.
Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really.
Wow, gee, thanks.
All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Yes, I am. Why?
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed.
Okay.
They've got no breaches.
What? You... Oh my god.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Oh my god. She took their breeches. She literally took their breeches. I am utterly shocked. This is scandalous. Absolutely scandalous. That's it?
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one.
Am I?
I'd like to join.
First you have to make sense.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself? Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you. Plus arrows.
Alright. So you're what, offering spies?
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one.
Okay.
So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches.
That's fair.
Like those guards. I stole their...
Yeah,
Look,
you did.
Do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So why ask if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
So, who exactly are your people?
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big.
Yeah.
And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Okay, that's fair. It doesn't really need a long-winded explanation. Sarah's whole point here is that, you know, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes servants get mad at nobles mistreating them and need a way to lash out at them for it, and that's what the Friends of Red Jenny do. It sounds petty and criminal. It is. But yeah, let's, you know what, at this point, I think Nadia is basically taking anybody who is willing to join, and if Sarah is willing to join, then let's get you on board.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
I sure hope so. So now Sarah is in my party. I am not going to put her in my party just yet, because I don't need her just
By the end
yet.
of Hardin Hightown, almost every character is revealed as a spy or a traitor.
Wait, you read my book?
Oh my god!
It was in the Inquisition library. Everyone but Donnan turned out to be in disguise. Is that common?
Are we still talking about books, or are you asking if everyone I know is a secret agent?
Are there many tricksters in dwarven literature?
A handful, but they're the exception. Mostly they're just honoring the ancestors. It's very dull stuff. Human literature. Now there's where you'll find the tricky, clever, really deceitful types.
Curious.
Not really. Dwarves write how they want things to be. Humans write to figure out how things are.
Interesting. I love Varric's insights on writing. What is this? 52 gold, tonic spelt, and, of course, too many breaches. Oh, man. I do love Sarah. She's hilarious. And she occasionally has some interesting things to say as well, so... Alright, let's loot everything. And... Alright, I think I've gotten everything I need, so let's head out, and I also have a salon to attend, so I should probably get all dolled up and do that before going back to Haven. So yeah, let's go check out the salon for Madame Vivienne de Fer.
Lady Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome.
How do you know? You're always wearing a mask.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
So you know of me.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fate.
Wow. Tell me about Madame de Fer.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
Ah, yes.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
No doubt she would. I'm sure a lot of women would find it amusing to be called, the Lady of Iron. Tell me about the Duke.
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War.
No doubt.
Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Well, everything they've told you is fact.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
And
everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Yeah, I'd say we're restoring peace.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
You want to go? Oh.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Do? No, don't kill him. Naughty would... No. Let him go.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Indeed.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
So what is going to happen to the Marquis?
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Alright, well, yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Okay. So what are loyal mages?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Okay. So do you support the Circle?
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
Okay. What do you get out of this?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
That's fair. So do you support the Chantry?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
Alright, and what assistance do you... yeah, the Chantry opposes us.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything.
Okay, fair.
Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
Better to, yeah, I guess. Better to apologize later than ask permission? So what assistance do you bring?
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
You'll work inside the court.
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
Okay. I don't know if I want to, that's fine. I don't think, Naughty is particularly interested in that. Welcome aboard.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Indeed. And now Vivienne has joined our party, so I have a new mage. I have a new rogue and a new mage. Which is excellent. And I think we're going back to Haven. Yes. Right. We're back in Haven.
Travel safely.
I have some horses now. Not very many. Here's the Flames of the Inquisition Charger. And these are DLC mounts. The Flames of the Inquisition Charger is pretty impressive, as a matter of fact. Like, that's a heck of an impressive animal right there. Alright, let's just go back to the Chantry, I think. And then I can talk to Sarah and Vivienne.
Children and helping old men through the winter cough. Seeing these injuries.
I was with the Templars. I can tend any wound caused by blade or a mage's fire. I'll admit that demons are new, though.
Indeed. So I'll go do this, and then I can probably talk to Vivienne and Sarah and possibly Cullen again as well.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
Well, at least we made contact.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Well, either way, we gotta choose pretty soon here.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
Well, so you think it's a trap?
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
Yeah.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Okay.
There is one other matter.
Oh?
Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound suspicious, yeah.
That does sound odd. I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
Okay.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Well, we can do that. We can definitely do that. New quest. What is this? Oh, hello.
Excuse me.
I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
And who are you?
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge.
Okay.
If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Tell me about your company.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
Okay. Tell me about your leader.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Kunari, the big guys with the horns.
Right.
He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
And why give us this message?
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
Okay, well, in that case, we welcome the help.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Alrighty, we can do that. Probably pretty soon. Let me see. I want to talk to Vivienne.
Templars have withdrawn. Seems odd. I can see them breaking the Chantry's chain, but not running from a fight.
What do you know of the Templars?
Where do you think they get their lyrium?
That's a fair point. So I want to talk to Vivienne, I want to talk to Sarah, and I want to talk to Cullen again, because I haven't really had a chance to go into the investigate options with Cullen. I think I'm going to start with Cullen, and then, depending on how much time we have, I'll talk to either Sarah or Vivienne in this episode, or I might just wait until the next episode to really talk to them again. So let's have a little discussion here with the former Templar. Hello.
You traveled some distance to reach Haven. You're from the Circle in Ostwick?
Does that matter?
In light of what's happened, does it matter?
I did not mean to pry. Was there something else you wished to discuss?
Tell me about yourself.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
And that gets me a codex entry. How to act for Eldon. My esteemed Lady Sidonia, I'd like to take full responsibility for Lady Marchalette's odd behavior of late. You see, we recently began the study of history. I thought that it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Thedosian cultures, and not just Orlais. It was a foolish thought. Regrettably, your dear daughter has taken a particular interest in Ferelden folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calenhad, which seems to have devolved into borderline infatuation. She stared at me, eyes wide, when I told how he unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to move the lesson on to something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calenhad, how the Fereldans say his hair was twice as yellow as the sun, and his chin more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now I've had to tear down drawings she's tacked up in her bedroom of the man shirtless. Hey, you know what? I can appreciate her taste in heroic Ferelden gentlemen. Then we moved on to the werewolves, which was even worse. As you may already know, the Fereldans venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. Dane was said to have been a werewolf, and Hafter to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such beast people with anything but revulsion. But you know Fereldans and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, these tales of the wolfmen set the little mistress's imagination afire. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marchalette was running through the mansion, wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaids. She was rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I've been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all that confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal. A letter from Brother Bernard to his former employer. Whoops.
I grew up in Ferelden near Honry. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Wow, you were away a long time.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Indeed. Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower.
Indeed he was.
The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
So what happened?
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
I have not yet reached enough friendship with Cullen. No, Cullen doesn't actually have approval like the regular companions do. But that story is sort of gated behind some personal quests of his, which stand in for approval. So tell me about Kirkwall.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
I'm glad you have a sense of humor about it all, Cullen. Tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Well, yeah, but...
Yes, but you were there.
Exactly.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
How did it end?
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men.
Indeed.
I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
She went pretty
So
far.
You opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Probably, but that's okay. So Varric's from Kirkwall.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
He has a point. That's all for now,
I'll let
I guess.
you return to your work.
Another time, then.
And that's gonna be right now.
Yes?
So... Why did the Templars leave?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
What changed?
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. And I sympathize with their frustrations.
Alright, tell me about Templar life.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Well, let's see here. Why did you become a Templar?
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me.
Oh, that's so cute.
First, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training.
That's so cute.
I was 13 when I left home.
That's not very old.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family?
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
That's a really cute thought. So, how are Templars trained?
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy your training?
If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a
Nerd.
model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful.
Nerd.
Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wanders.
Oh, well, that's terrible. So what do Templars do?
Prior to the Conclave, I'd only encountered Templars in the Circle. Do they do anything besides guard mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
So what do you think of mages, Mr. Cullen, sir?
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here.
Good man.
Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
Okay. Sure, so you've lived in the Circle.
I know how I spent my time in the Circle, but what was a typical day for a Templar?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance.
Yeah.
I've attended a few.
She's been to one.
Most of the time, we merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
So you never spoke to the mages? Come on, Colin, you never spoke to the mages?
We would spend all day with Templars, and yet they rarely spoke to us.
A habit often mistaken for coldness, I'm sure. But we are expected to keep a certain distance from our charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, we must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? When you're encouraged to other an entire group of people who you spend most of your time with, no less, and not treat them as people, that doesn't lead to very good results usually. So tell me about their vows.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
So, come on, Cullen, you can tell me. Are there vows of celibacy?
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why... why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's not required.
And what about you, then?
Have you?
Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else?
That was it. That was all I had.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Another time, then.
She just couldn't resist. She just couldn't resist. You know, I think it is interesting that, you know, she has spent a lot of her life around Templars, and yet she still doesn't know a whole lot about them and what they do and how they're trained or anything, because yeah, I feel like most of them, like, probably didn't talk to her very much. Like, when she was in the Circle, the Templars were not supposed to talk to them or, you know, be friends with them, so most of them didn't. And they certainly didn't talk about what it was like to be a Templar with the mages. Like, that's just...
So we have Tevinter activity in the hinterlands, and the Templars are compromised.
You think the Templars are responsible for the attack on the Conclave?
I think they're a piece of it, as are the Tevinter in the hinterlands.
That might be true. Okay. I think I'll probably leave it here now. Next time I will talk to Sarah and Vivienne, And then I do have a couple more people to find, right? So Liliana charged me with tracking down this warden named Blackwall. And Krem told me about his boss, the Iron Bull, at the Storm Coast. So I should probably do those. So I probably will. And I need to find some Blood Lotus too at some point. And turn in those other things in the hinterlands, and like there's a lot to do. There's a lot, so we'll do more. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.